Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Georgetown High School. For tonight's ball game, it's a matchup between the Cedar Ridge Raiders and your Georgetown Eagles. Live here from the Eagles' Nest in Georgetown, Texas. An off night from district play for the Lady Eagles, and so the Cedar Ridge Raiders come in out of 6A Region 4 District number 25. They are 20-15 on the year, 3-5 in district play. They play in a district with Vandergrift, Vista Ridge, Round Rock, Stony Point, and Hutto. And they sit currently in the standings of district play. They sit at the bottom at 3-5. Vandergrift at 7-0. Vista Ridge at 6-1. Round Rock at 6-2. Stony Point 5-3, tied with Hutto at 5-3. And your Georgetown Lady Eagles come in 28-8 overall, 4-1 in district play. A tough loss on the road Friday night over at Weiss High School in Pflugerville as they fell to the Weiss Wolves 3-1 in a battle there at Pflugerville at Weiss High School. They'll look forward to that matchup when they come here on October the 22nd. That's a Tuesday night, and we'll have it live for you here on the SHN Sports Network. I'm Wally Harmon for First Responder Broadcasting, and we bring you all things Georgetown Eagles sports. Glad to be back up here in the booth for tonight's matchup. The Lady Eagles going through their warm-ups right now. The Lady Raiders had just finished up there. Cedar Ridge coming across from Round Rock ISD over in Round Rock, Texas. The head coach is Eric Soto. Assistant coaches Erica Richardson and Brianna Hernandez. The JV for Georgetown, victorious in 2 sets over the JV here for Cedar Ridge, 25-19 and 25-21 to take a 2-set win over Cedar Ridge. And now the varsity team's getting ready to go to battle here in their best of 5-set matchup coming your way in just a minute. Georgetown sits at second in district with their 4-1 mark after the loss to the Weiss Wolves. So let's see where the district standings are. Weiss sits at 4-0, Georgetown at 4-1. Hendrickson, Eastview, Pflugerville all at 2-2. Conley at 1-3, and Elgin at 0-5. Other matchups tonight. Cedar Ridge is here at Georgetown. Elgin is across town at Eastview. Weiss is at Pflugerville, and Hendrickson is at Conley. On Friday night, Pflugerville will come here to Georgetown to take on your Lady Eagles. Eastview will be on the road at Hendrickson, and Conley will be at Weiss High School for Friday night's matchup. Head coach Jenny Richardson in her 16th season for your Lady Eagles. She is assisted by Shelby Good, Ashlyn LeCann, Jason Allgood, and Kate Strahan. The Lady Eagles finishing up in their warm-ups here before we get ready for the service rotation here on faculty night at Georgetown High School. In these 2 head-to-head battles, they've only faced off one time. That was way back in 2018. Georgetown won it on August the 11th of 2018, 2-1. In a match against the Cedar Ridge Raiders. So no history really between these two schools, especially in the last 5 years. And so it should be a fun one here. A lot of talent on both sides of the ball. And an opportunity, I got to sit down with one of the Lady Raiders. She is out, unfortunately injured, and that would be Cameron Kitagwa. She is number 12. She's out with a foot injury. And so I was able to sit down with her and talk to her and said the season's going well. They're playing well. They just seem to be off here and there. But just talking about the names on this team and just it's how frustrating. I was asking her about, being on the sideline, being injured, and she said it's not fun to sit here and watch and not get to play, but still a vital part of the team working with the stats and helping out this team to make them as best as possible. They wear tonight, they've got on the black spandex. They have yet to pull off their warm-ups to reveal their tops. The Lady Eagles doing the same thing. They'll be in the black spandex as well tonight for the matchup, but we'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll go to the PA announcers. He'll go through the announcements, introduce both of the teams, and we'll be ready for Lady Eagle Volleyball. You're listening to the Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball broadcast live here on the SHN Sports Network, brought to you by the Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in just a minute. go down to our PA announcer, and we'll listen to the introductions here live at Georgetown High School.
Coaches and spectators, and request for cooperation by supporting the Lady Eagles, opponents, and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. Ladies and gentlemen, flash photography is not allowed when the ball is in play. Also, artificial noisemakers are not allowed in the gym at any time. Violators will be removed. Lady Eagle Volleyball and Booster Club would like to thank our sponsors this evening. Thank you, Wildfire, Hutto Dentistry, Landford Photography, Waterboy Graphics, Minuteman Press, and Construction Specialists of Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, the concession stand is open this evening, located on the other side of the north bleachers between the two gyms. Tonight's features are pizza, hot dogs, and quality laughs. Now, sports fans, let's get loud for tonight's matchup between the Cedar Ridge Raiders and your Lady Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big eagle welcome to the Cedar Ridge volleyball team. For the Raiders, number 1, Lydia Stetson. Number 2, Danica Castaneda. Number 3, Kennedy Grubbs. Number 4, Layla Turner. Number 5, Kendall Lewis. Number 6, Brooklyn Lopatowski. Number 7, Faith Reynolds. Number 8, Skylar Will Wording. Number 9, Kaylee Valadez. Number 10, Skylar Scott. Number 12, Cameron Patuga. Number 13, Sienna Schilling. Number 14, Isabel Cottrell. Number 16, Kaylee Douglas. Number 17, David Landry. The Raiders are led by head coach Eric Soto. Ladies and gentlemen, it is faculty night here at Georgetown High School. Tonight we want to honor our faculty that make our students' lives flourish. The faculty at GHS and all schools across the country are facing challenges they never thought they would face. Luckily, our faculty is conquering those challenges and really making a difference. We asked each player to nominate one faculty member that made a difference in their daily life. They each gave different responses to why their person was so special to them. Some examples are, they try to make me smile every day. They always offer support no matter what kind of a day we are having. They genuinely care about me. They really love what we do and make my day better. Thank you to all our faculty and staff. You truly are making a difference in our community. We appreciate you. Now let's meet our Lady Eagles and the teachers that they have nominated. Number 1, our senior libero, Reagan Ramirez, nominated Miss Borgo. Number 2, our senior outside, Molly O'Shaughnessy, nominated Mrs. Daly. Number 3, our sophomore setter, Amelia Albright, nominated Mrs. Mosby. Number 4, our senior outside hitter, Jaden Meisner, nominated Coach Gandy. Number 5, our senior outside hitter, Sadie McCauley, nominated Coach Gandy as well. Number 6, our senior middle blocker, Sophia DeSeff, nominated Coach Gandy as well. Way to go, Coach Gandy. Number 7, our senior setter, Isabella Casanova, nominated Miss Nip Fowler. Number 9, our sophomore outside hitter, Mallory Miller, nominated Mrs. Daly. Number 13, our senior middle blocker, Mackenzie Bernard, nominated Mrs. Jolly. Number 14, our 6'5" outside senior, Addie Gatto, nominated Mrs. Daly. Number 15, our senior center, Allie O'Shaughnessy, nominated Mrs. Daly as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your Eagles. They are led by head coach Jimmy Richardson, and assistant coaches Shelby Good, Ashlyn McMahon, Jason Allgood, and Kate Strahan. Our managers are Abby McConnell, Cindy Wood, Addison
Cedar Ridge Raiders tonight in the black tights with black long sleeve jerseys. Gray numerals and letters across the front. Raiders in capital block print lettering above the gray numerals on the front of their long sleeve jerseys that fade down into a deep purple on the sleeves. Your Lady Eagles in black spandex and the long sleeve blue jerseys. The libero Reagan Ramirez in her red long sleeve jersey. And now we will go to our national anthem. So please join us as we enjoy tonight's national anthem. Back here live, Georgetown High School. We get ready for set number one. The Cedar Ridge Raiders, the Georgetown Lady Eagles get set to go at it in a best of 5 set matchup here in a non-district night for both of these teams. The Cedar Ridge Raiders, the visitors tonight, getting ready on the left side of the court. The Lady Eagles on the right side. The libero for the Cedar Ridge Raiders will be number 3, Kennedy Grubbs. She'll be in the long sleeve pink jersey with white numeral on the back of that long sleeve pink jersey for Kennedy Grubbs. On the floor for the Raiders to start out on the front row is number 5, 7, and 9. That's Kendall Lewis, Faith Reynolds, and Kaylee Valadez. On the back row, it's number 4, Layla Turner. Number 11, not at number 11. Let's see where she just turned sideways. I think number 10, Skylar Scott. And number 17, Dalen Landry. For your Lady Eagles on the front row will be Molly O'Shaughnessy, Amelia Albright, and Mackenzie Bernard. On the back row will be Sophia Joseph, Allison O'Shaughnessy, and Addie Guido. Joseph will come up for the libero. Reagan Ramirez, number 1, the 5'8" senior libero, going to UTSA. And she will jump on the floor for the middle blocker, Sophia Joseph. That rotation will be Joseph and Mackenzie Bernard. The middle blockers will rotate in and out with the libero, Reagan Ramirez. Serving first, the Cedar Ridge Raiders will be number 4, Layla Turner. She'll move to the far side of the back line. And we're underway live here at Georgetown High School. Allie O'Shaughnessy will set back row to Guido. Her first attack dug by the libero, but dunked back down on the overpass by Mackenzie Bernard. She'll get her first kill of the set, and a 1-0 lead for Georgetown to open up scoring here in set number 1. Nice play there by Mackenzie Bernard patrolling the net for the Lady Eagles. So a kill for Mackenzie and a 1-0 lead for Georgetown. Molly O'Shaughnessy now to serve off the side out. Over to Georgetown. The serve across to the libero Grubbs. Set to the far side. The attack and a dig by Ramirez, but out of play. It came off of the kill by Faith Reynolds. And that'll even it up on the side out. 1-1. Here in set number 1, back to serve goes number 5, Kendall Lewis. Lewis for the far side of the back row. The jump serve from Lewis across the way. Reagan Ramirez, and an ace there for Lewis. Lewis again, serve across. Ramirez up to Alley, near side, or back row attack to Molly. Dug by the Raiders, set back to number 7. And a tip over by Faith Reynolds. Give her a second kill on that tip play. And it's down for the point, a 3-1 lead for Cedar Ridge. Serve across the way. Molly up to Alley, near side Guido. The big swing and a kill for Addie Guido. Give her first kill of the set. And this side out back to Georgetown. 2-3. Georgetown trails by 1. So back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Goes Mackenzie Bernard as Joseph comes back onto the front row. Her serve off the net, folds over the ridge. The Raiders play it. A block at the net there by Joseph. And now a free ball sent over by Grubbs. Georgetown a free set up, but an overpass on that ball. And a tip down by Faith Reynolds. Give her third kill. And the side out back over to Cedar Ridge. 4-2. They lead by 2. And a substitution here. Number 9 and number 10 check out. Kaylee Valadez and Skylar Scott. Back to serve goes number 8, Skylar Wilberding. From the near side of the back row, the jump serve from Wilberding across. Guido up to Alley. Back to Guido in the middle, and the big tack dug by Grubbs. It's kept alive, and now a free ball sent over by Wilberding, and the Eagles get another shot. Ramirez, Alley to Joseph. Her attack dug by Grubbs. Wilberding will send the second ball far side. The swing by number 7, Faith Reynolds, will be a kill. After it goes off the block of Georgetown, out of play. Point to the Raiders and a 5-2 lead for Cedar Ridge. Wilberding back to serve again for the Raiders. Wilberding's jump serve across the way. Albright overpass on the serve receive, and it's hammered back down by Faith Reynolds. 5 kills for Cedar Ridge and a 6-2 lead here in set number 1. After the serve receive, went back over the net and hammered back down by Faith Reynolds. That name to call it a lot here early on. Wilberding to serve again, near side, a little deeper. Molly up to Alley, set near side Guido. The big swing, blocked. Molly, Alley, backside to Albright. Her attack, dug by Wilberding. Grubbs has the second ball. She'll set it up, and the attack by number 13, Schilling. The Eagles will set it up, and Guido has to send the free ball over. Wilberding will set it. A little tip here, but an error there by number 13, Sienna Schilling. Gives the side out back to Georgetown, 6-3 on an unforced error there. Trying to play a little tip shot, cut down the net to the far side, but not enough on it. Into the net it went, and Georgetown will trail by 3 here as Albright will serve for the first time. Jump serve across, Grubbs up to Wilberding. Back set here to Reynolds, the big swing, and an unforced error there by Faith Reynolds as she sends one awry on the far side into the Eagle bench. Point to Georgetown, 4-6 here in set number 1. Albright from the far side of the back line. The jump serve from Amelia. Drops it in, Grubbs. A long run, Wilberding, a one-handed save, and Faith Reynolds will send a free ball over. Alley up to Albright, near side Guido. The tip over by Guido, played by Landry. Wilberding will set it, and a tip over there by number 13, Schilling. Set it back to Guido, the big swing, and there's another kill for Addie Guido. 5-6, Georgetown trails by 1. Guido's second kill of the set. And the Eagles have cut it back to a 1-point deficit as the sophomore Amelia Albright continues to serve. 5'10 sophomore setter. Number 3 from the far side, the jump serve from Albright. A good one there from Reynolds. Wilberding will have the second touch, and a free ball sent over by the libero Grubbs. Alley to Albright. Back set on a slide shot by Joseph, and gives Sophia Joseph her first kill of the match. And that'll tie it up at 6 apiece. Sophia Joseph, the 5'11 senior middle blocker, with the kill, her first. 6-6 as Albright will continue to serve for Georgetown from the far side. The jump serve across the way. And an ace there for Georgetown off the hands of Faith Reynolds. So the first ace of the ball game for Georgetown, and they take their second lead of the match. as they come back and take a 1-point lead, 7-6, and that'll draw a timeout from head coach Eric Soto of Cedar Ridge. We'll take it with him. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in just a moment here on the SHN Sports Network. The timeout called by head coach Eric Soto of Cedar Ridge. And Georgetown will continue their serve with a 1-point lead, 7-6. Albright to serve again. Faith Reynolds the first touch up into the banners. Second ball pass forward and a free ball sent over by Landry. Allie O'Shaughnessy up to Albright to a slide step to Joseph. The tip over dug by Grubbs. Wilwarding far side. Reynolds off the block played by Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Albright. The attack by Joseph, dug there, and a tip over by Reynolds, saved by Albright. Allie will bring it near side to Guido. The big swing off the block. Allie has the first touch. Albright back to Molly, back row attack, and a kill there for Molly off of a diving dig by Layla Turner out of play. Give Molly O'Shaughnessy her first kill. And Georgetown a 2-point lead, 8-6 here in set number 1. Albright on a long run here for Georgetown serving. Sends another good one over there. Set to the far side. Number 13, Schilling, tips it over. Albright has it. Ramirez brings it near side to Guido. The big swing off the block, dug by Wilwarding. Grubbs will pass it far side. Reynolds, her attack, dug by Ramirez. Albright will set it up to Guido. There's the kill! Boom! Jay whiz, what a shot. Addie Guido, the big hammer, her third kill of the set. What a shot just behind the 10-foot line. A 9-6 lead now for Georgetown. A substitution here. Number 16, Kaylee Douglas checks in for Sienna Schilling for the Raiders. And Amelia Albright continues her service run for the Lady Eagles. Up 3, the jump serve off the net. A save there, the overpass at the net. Duck back down, Sophia Joseph. What a job there. Sophia patrolling the net, her second kill after it came off the touch from Wilwarding. And a 10-6 lead for Georgetown, their largest of the set. Albright continues to serve here from the far side. The jump serve. Now this knuckleball drops out of the air. Wilwarding sets far side. The attack dug by Allie. Albright the second touch. Guido sends it over into the block. Saved, but a scramble for it here and a free ball attempt and cannot get it over. So give the kill to Addie Guido. That'll be her fourth of the set. And the largest lead for Georgetown grows to 5 now, 11-6. As Amelia Albright continues this run. Albright from the far side, the jump serve underway across the way. Played up, Wilwarding will back set here. The attack, a roll shot. Ramirez the dig, Albright keeps it alive. Guido dumps it over and Wilwarding will play the first ball. Second ball sent across by Turner and a free ball by Reynolds. Gives Georgetown an easy setup and it's to Guido. She'll tip it to the corner. What a play there for the kill by Addie Guido. The lead grows to 6 now and a 5th kill for Addie Guido here in set number 1. 12-6, Georgetown leads it. And the sophomore, Amelia Albright, continues to serve. Nope, she'll take a timeout. Soto, the head coach from Cedar Ridge, takes his second timeout of the set to try to stop the bleeding, and we'll take the timeout with him. 12-6 here in set 1. Georgetown leads it. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Out of their second timeout called by Cedar Ridge head coach Eric Soto. Amelia Albright will continue her serve for the Lady Eagles, leading it by 6, 12-6. The jump serve across, a good one. Second ball by Grubbs, far side to Reynolds. Her attack off the block, dug by Ramirez. Albright keeps it alive to Guido. The tip deep corner, Wilwerding with a save. Grubbs will get the second touch. And a free ball sent across the way. Albright to Allie O'Shaughnessy, near side to Guido. The big swing, and the kill! Addie Guido makes it a 7-point lead and her 6th kill of the set, 13-6. Georgetown leads it. Number 16, Kaylee Douglas will sub out. And number 10, served by Albright. Set it up, tight at the net, tipped over. Ramirez will read it. Albright will back set to Allie O'Shaughnessy, the tip over, and a kill for Allie O'Shaughnessy. The lead continues to grow. Give Allie her first kill of the set. And a 14-6 lead, Georgetown's largest lead, now 8. Amelia Albright continues to serve here for the Lady Eagles. From the far side, the jump serve, a good one. Reynolds' first touch. The set for number 4, Turner, but she sends it long in the unforced error. And that'll give Georgetown another point. The lead up to 9 now, 15-6. Amelia Albright, the 5'10 sophomore setter, on a run here for Georgetown behind the service line. Another good serve and deep. Turner up to Scott, sent over, and dug by Albright. Pass near side, Guido, another big swing. Dug by Wilberding, tight at the net, a battle there. Kept alive by Scott. To the far side, Faith Reynolds off the block. Ramirez with the dig. Albright sets it near side. Guido, the attack, and the dig on the overpass. It's out. Another kill for Eddie Guido, and the lead up to double digits now, 10 for Georgetown, 16-6. Substitution here at number 4, Layla Turner will come out. Number 6, Brooklyn Lopatowski will check in for the first time for Cedar Ridge. Albright continues to serve. Far side jump serve across the way. Lopatowski first touch. The set by Scott, but a whistle here. It's a double violation as the setter, Skylar Scott, collided with Grubbs on the second touch. And a point to Georgetown. 17-6, they lead by 11 as Albright gets the sign and the jump serve again. Tight one over the net. Lopatowski set far side. The attack off the block, dug by Albright. Second ball dumped over by Allie, and a kill on an overpass by Sophia Giuseppe. That'll be her third kill of the set. And an 18-6 lead for Georgetown here in set number 1. Everything clicking here to Georgetown. Found themselves in a hole to start out the set. Now on a run here, leading it by 12. Albright serve. Reynolds up to Scott. Back to Reynolds. Her attack off the block and out of play. And she'll get the kill there to break the momentum. A side out back to Cedar Ridge. 7-18. They trail by 11 on their 6th kill of the set. Substitution here as Lopatowski comes out. Turner back in on the front row and back to serve. Goes number 7, Faith Reynolds. Reynolds from the far side gets the sign, and the jump serve is underway for Reynolds. Deep, Reagan Ramirez has it. Albright, near side, Allie O'Shaughnessy. Her attack into the far corner. A nice spot there by Allie O'Shaughnessy. Side out back to Georgetown. That's Allie's second kill of the set. A 12-point lead again for Georgetown, 19-7. Back to serve goes the 6'5 senior outside right side hitter, Addie Guido, the UT commit. She'll move to the far side and get the sign. The jump serve from Guido underway. Grubbs has the first ball. Scott runs it down, tipped by Turner. Molly O'Shaughnessy. Guido has a second touch and a free ball sent over by Reagan Ramirez. Cedar Ridge an opportunity here. Set far side. The attack off the block. Albright has it. Allie will set it back row to Guido. Her swing, and it's into the net. First time to have a swinging mistake there by Addie Guido as she puts it into the net. And so it'll be a side out back to Cedar Ridge. 8-19. They trail by 11. Substitution here as number 17, Dalen Landry will come out. Number 2, Danica Castaneda will come in to serve on the back row for the Cedar Ridge Raiders. She'll move to the far side, gets a sign in the approach, a little jump serve, floats it across. Reagan Ramirez up to Albright, set near side. Molly, kill! Molly O'Shaughnessy finds a spot in the center of the floor for the kill. 20-8, Georgetown by 12 again. Molly's second kill of the set. And that'll send Reagan Ramirez back to serve the libero as Mackenzie Bernard comes back on the front row. And Sophia Giuseppe rotates off for Georgetown. 20-8, Georgetown leads it by 12. The serve by Ramirez, played by Turner. Up to Scott, sets it up. Turner punches it over. Ramirez up to Albright. Back set. The tip by Ali O'Shaughnessy and a kill on a good read there for O'Shaughnessy. 21-8. Georgetown leads it. 3 kills for Ali O'Shaughnessy here in the first set. And now Reagan Ramirez will go back to serve again. Ramirez floats it across. Reynolds, the tip up, and a good play there, but a free ball sent over by Bernard. Nice play by Kendall Lewis, but the Eagles dig it out. 4th ball sent over, blocked at the net by Bernard. And here come the Raiders. A free ball sent over. Guido has it up to Albright. Quick set, and a save there by Ali O'Shaughnessy. The Raiders will set back row to Reynolds, and off the block, another kill. Nope. Oh, back row attack line. Mistake. Faith Reynolds stepped on the 10-foot line. And so an error there on the back row attack. And that'll give a point to Georgetown. 22-8, Georgetown by 14. As Reagan Ramirez will serve again. Ramirez sends it across. The set far side to Turner. Off the block, dug by Ramirez. Set near side, Molly O'Shaughnessy the attack. A nice dig by Wilwarding. Grubs the second ball. Wilwarding will send the free ball over. Ramirez has it up to Albright. To a sliding Mackenzie Bernard. She'll tip it into the block of the Raiders for the kill as it drops on the Raiders side of the net. And a 23-8 lead for Georgetown. But Bernard, that's her second kill of the set. Georgetown just 2 points shy of a set 1 win. Ramirez continues to serve here. Reagan from the far side. The jump serve. Sends it across. And an ace there for Reagan Ramirez. Sets up set point, the second ace for Georgetown here in the set. And that'll set up set point for Georgetown. 24-8 here in set number 1. And Reagan Ramirez ready to go again to try to serve for set 1. The jump serve. Drops it in there. Reynolds up to Scott. Far side to Turner. Her attack blocked at the net. Mackenzie Bernard gets the block to end it. And Georgetown wins it 25-8 here in set number 1. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, set 2 action ready to go here on the SHN Sports Network, brought to you by Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club. And I just recognized I didn't go live. I'm giving it live. No more timeouts as I'm by myself. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a minute. we get ready to go to set number 2. Georgetown wins set 1, 25-8. And now in set number 2, Lady Eagles keeping the same rotation on the floor. Sophia Joseph, Allie O'Shaughnessy, Molly O'Shaughnessy, Addie Guido, Mackenzie Bernard, and Amelia Albright. On the floor for Cedar Ridge. Looks like their same starting lineup. Schilling, along with Kendall Lewis, Faith Reynolds, Layla Turner, Grubbs the libero. First serve. Overpass on serve received. Second ball sent far side. Molly O'Shaughnessy will tip it over. Played by Skylar Scott. Grubbs will pass it near side. Turner's attack floats over. Ramirez with the dig. Alley to Molly into the block, and it's down. Nice block there by number 5, Kendall Lewis. She'll get the first point of set number 2 for Cedar Ridge on the side out, 1-0. And back to serve goes number 4, Layla Turner. She'll move to the near side of the back row. Flat-footed serve across the way. Guido up to Alley. Quick set. And Mackenzie Bernard with the kill. Side out back to Georgetown, 1-1. Mackenzie with her first kill of the set, third of the match. One to one your scores. Molly O'Shaughnessy back to serve for the Lady Eagles from the far side of the back line. The jump serve from Molly comes near side. Reynolds up to Scott, back set. And a tip over there. Ramirez lays out and gets it. Alley sets it up far side to Guido. Her attack blocked at the net, and a big block again by number 5, Kendall Lewis. And a conversation there with Addie and Alley talking about something. It's so funny. You won't see a change in the facial expressions with Addie. She'll come back and put a little extra on them. The serve here from Lewis. Ramirez up to Alley, back to Addie. This big swing is there for a kill. Off the block of the Cedar Ridge Raiders, out of play. Give Guido her first kill of the set, 8th of the match. And my apologies. You got to listen to the last part of the first set. I apologize. I'm not turning it back to a timeout again. Mackenzie Bernard serves it across. Reynolds up to Scott. She'll set it near side. The swing by Dalen Landry is wide on the near side. So an unforced error there. Point to Georgetown and a 3-2 lead for the Lady Eagles as Mackenzie Bernard continues her serve for Georgetown from the far side. Mackenzie Bernard, the 6'1", senior middle blocker, number 13, committed to Quincy University. The jump serve across. It's into the net. Nope, it wasn't to the net, but the point to Georgetown. And out of rotation for Cedar Ridge. So the point to Georgetown and a 4-2 lead. Bernard to serve again. Floats this was across near side. Turner up to Scott. Quick set. Reynolds and her attack off of Molly O'Shaughnessy for the kill. First kill of the set for Cedar Ridge. A big swing there for Faith Reynolds. Wilwarding will come back on for Cedar Ridge and go to serve. Number 9, Kaylee Valadez comes back onto the front row for Cedar Ridge. Wilwarding from the far side. Jump serve across. Ramirez up to Alley. Far side to Addie. Big swing, a big kill. Addie Guido, her second kill, 9th of the match. And a 5-3 lead to Georgetown on the side out. And back to serve goes Amelia Albright. The sophomore went on a long run for Georgetown back in set number 1. The jump serve from the near side here, and this one's into the net for the service error. First service error of the match for either team. And a side out back to Cedar Ridge, 4-5. They trail by 1. As Faith Reynolds will move to the near side of the back line to serve here for Cedar Ridge. A little jump serve across the way. Molly up to Albright, back set to Guido. Her attack cross court. Miscommunication there between Reynolds and Wilwarding, and it finds the floor for the third kill of the set for Guido. 10th of the match for Addie Guido. And a side out back to Georgetown. 6-4 as Guido drops back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Moves near side on the back line and gets a sign from Coach Jenny Richardson. Guido, the jump serve. Grubbs up to Wilwarding, set near side. Turner sends it across on a tip over. Guido reads it. Albright, far side. Molly, the kill. Molly O'Shaughnessy. A big kill there for Molly. That's her first of the set, third of the match, and a 7-4 lead for Georgetown. Guido to serve again. The jump serve. Far corner, Reynolds up to Wilwarding. Quick set in the middle. And the attack there. They're going to call a tip at the net. They're going to call, the up ref is going to call a touch. No line judge called one. So the point will go over to Cedar Ridge on the side out. Castaneda in to serve for Cedar Ridge. Floats all the way across Ramirez up to Albright. Back set, Joseph. The kill for Sophia Joseph off the block out of play. Her first kill of the set, fourth of the match. Side out back to Georgetown, 8-5. Georgetown leads it. Joseph will rotate off. Bernard back on the front row. And the libero, Reagan Ramirez. The 5'8 senior, UTSA commit. Back to serve, moves near side. On the back line. Ramirez jump serve, a nice one and an ace as it just fell out of the sky. First ace of the set, third of the match for Georgetown. And a 9-5 lead here in set number 2. For your Lady Eagles, Ramirez. Back here on the near side of the back line. The jump serve from Reagan. That one stays deep. Reynolds over to Grubbs, passes far side. The swing there by number 9, Valadez. Attacked by Molly O'Shaughnessy into the block, kept alive. Bernard will send a second touch over. Little miscommunication there between Bernard and Albright. But McKenzie goes up for the second touch and spikes it down for her second kill. Fourth of the night, and a 10-5 lead for Georgetown on that kill from Bernard. Ramirez to serve again, the jump serve. Grubbs up to Wilberding. And Turner will send the free ball over. Ramirez up to Albright. Quick set, and it's a little high over Mackenzie Bernard. An unforced error there. Side out back to Cedar Ridge. 6-10. They trail by 4. 13 comes on for 8. That's Sienna Schelling for Wilberding. And Skylar Scott comes back on for number 9, Kaylee Valadez. Scott will drop back to serve for Cedar Ridge from the far side. Serve across Ramirez. Up to Albright. Over to Molly. She'll tip it down in the corner. And what a read there by Molly O'Shaughnessy. Found the corner on the far side. Sent it deep for the kill. Molly's second, fourth of the match. And an 11-6 lead for Georgetown. They lead by 5 as Allison O'Shaughnessy. Back to serve. Allison, the 5'11 senior setter, number 15. Serves it across. Reynolds, overpass on serve receive. Tipped at the net by the Lady Eagles. And the Cedar Ridge Raiders will set it up, but the attack by Turner is long and wide on the near side. So that unforced error gives the point to Georgetown, 12-6. Serve from Allie O'Shaughnessy. Reynolds up to Scott. Quick set. The attack in the middle. Dug by Ramirez. Addie Guido sets far side. Molly O'Shaughnessy tips it over. Scott. Grubbs has the second ball to Turner. Her swing blocked at the net. Dug by Grubbs. Cedar Ridge sets up again. Back row. Faith Reynolds. Dug by Guido. Allie O'Shaughnessy. Quick set. Bernard. Her attack. Dug. Overpass. Molly tips it down. A scramble and a good job there by Molly O'Shaughnessy. Give her the kill, her third of the set, fifth of the match. And a good read there. She dumped it down quickly, and Cedar Ridge unable to get a good touch over. And a point to Georgetown. 13-6, Georgetown by 7. Allie serves again from the near side, floats it, Grubbs. Up to Scott, she'll back set it. The swing by Turner off of Allie O'Shaughnessy and out of play, a kill there. For number 4, Layla Turner. Gives the side out back to Cedar Ridge, 7-13. They trail by 6. As Turner drops back to serve for the Raiders. From the near side of the back line, Ramirez up to Allie. Bernard, the attack and the kill. Mackenzie Bernard. Her third kill of the set, fifth of the match. Side out back to Georgetown. And a 7-point lead again, 14-7. Back to serve goes Molly O'Shaughnessy, the 5'11 senior outside right side hitter. Grubbs with the serve receive. Turner keeps it alive. Faith Reynolds the attack. Dug by Ramirez. Allie far side to Guido. Her cross-court shot dug by Grubbs. Scott runs it down and she'll go to set it, but a double violation there by Skylar Scott. Gives the point to Georgetown. The lead up to 8 now, 15-7. The serve off the net, an ace there for Molly O'Shaughnessy. Buckles off the top tape. Second ace for the Lady Eagles here in the set, fourth of the match, and a lead up 16-7, and that'll draw the first time out by head coach Eric Soto of Cedar Ridge. We'll take it with them. Georgetown leads at 16-7 here in set number 2. Lady Eagle volleyball continues in just a minute. Back out of the timeout by Cedar Ridge head coach Eric Soto. Molly O'Shaughnessy drops back to serve again, leading by 9, 16-7. Here in set number 2, Molly's jump serve from the far side, Grubbs. Turner has the second ball, near side to Reynolds. Her attack off the block, dug by Guido. Up to Allie O'Shaughnessy, back to Guido. Her attack and a kill for Addie Guido off the block. Of Schilling for the kill. That'll be Guido's 4th kill of the set, 11th of the night, and a lead up to 10 now, double digits for Georgetown. Here in set number 2, 17-7. Molly O'Shaughnessy from the far side, the jump serve. Turner up to Scott, near side Reynolds. Her attack off the block, dug by Molly. Albright will set far side, but it's a double violation whistled by the up rep, so the unforced error there gives the side out back to Cedar Ridge, and an 8-17 score now. They trail by 9. Substitution here as Castaneda will come off and Landry back on. And a first substitution for Georgetown here is number 9, Mallory Miller, the 5'9" sophomore outside hitter. Checks in for Molly O'Shaughnessy on the back row for Georgetown. Turner serves. Correction, Kendall Lewis serves for Cedar Ridge, and that's their first service error. She sends it long. Side out right back over to Georgetown, 18-8. And the middle blocker rotation with the libero happens here for Georgetown. It's Joseph back onto the front row. Libero Ramirez comes off, and Bernard to serve. Turner overpass on serve receive, and it's a point there. Whistled on a violation by Cedar Ridge. So a point to Georgetown, 11-point lead, 19-8. Bernard to serve again from the near side, the jump serve. And it's into the net. She sent a rocket across, but it caught the tape and dropped down. Service here on Georgetown, their second of the set. Side out back to Cedar Ridge. Bernard will come off for the libero, Reagan Ramirez. And back to serve goes Skylar Wilwarding, number 8 for the Raiders from the far side. A little jump serve sent across the row. Miller up to Alley, quick set. Joseph will punch it over. Turner has it. Wilwarding near side. Reynolds, her attack. And it is long and out. And a touch at the net, whistled. So give the kill to Faith Reynolds.
In for the Eagles, number 9, Mallory Miller.
So a point to Cedar Ridge, 10-19. They trail by 9 as Wilwarding will serve again from the far side. Jump serve across, Reagan Ramirez, an overpass. Reynolds dumps it down, but Reagan's there. Just tagged by Albright, dug by Grubb. Cedar Ridge will set it up, and a kill for Faith Reynolds. Good swing there by Faith Reynolds. 4th kill of the set for Cedar Ridge, and that'll draw a timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. 19-11 here in set number 2. Georgetown by 8. Quick timeout. Lady Eagle volleyball continues in just a moment. Back out of the timeout by Coach Richardson. Cedar Ridge will have the serve again, trailing by 8, 11-19. Skylar Wilwarding to serve again. Sends it across. Miller up to Allie, far side to Guido. She'll just tip it over the double block. For the kill, that's her 5th kill of the set, 12th of the match. Side out back to Georgetown, 20-11. Good read there by Guido. As the double block went up for the Raiders. Guido just tipped it over him just before the 10-foot line, down for the kill. And a serving now, Amelia Albright, the sophomore for Georgetown. Grubbs has the serve receive up to Wilwarding. Back set. The attack by Reynolds blocked at the net. Sophia Joseph, a big block there. And a point to Georgetown on that block. Back down on the Cedar Ridge side. Substitution here for the Raiders. Number 1, Lydia Stetson will check in. For number 8, Skylar Wilwarding on the back row for the Raiders. 21-11, Georgetown by 10. Albright to serve again, near side. Jump serve deep, Grubbs. And it's an ace for Georgetown. Nice serve there as that one turned away from Grubbs. The 3rd ace of the set, 5th of the match for Georgetown. An 11-point lead now, 22-11. As Amelia Albright serves again for Georgetown. Jump serve, nice and deep. Turner. Stetson, and a free ball sent over by Reynolds. Tied at the net. Albright keeps it alive, but there's a net violation whistled on Albright there. Tried to keep it out of the net, but just could not do it. And a side out back to Cedar Ridge. 12-22. They trail by 10. And back to serve goes Faith Reynolds, number 7 for the Raiders. Reynolds from the near side. The jump serve across. Mallory Miller. And an ace there for the Lady Raiders. 13-22. Their first ace of the set, 2nd of the match. They trail by 9. 13-22. Reynolds the toss up, the jump serve, sends it deep, off of Mallory Miller, out of play. That one may have sailed out if she lets it go, but a nice, tough decision to make there at the speed it was coming. 2nd ace in a row, and the Cedar Ridge has knocked it down to an 8-point deficit, 14-22. Reynolds the serve again. The jump serve, corner, and out, trying to pick on Mallory Miller, and that time it went wide on the far side, so the service error gives it right back to Georgetown. And the lead back to 9, 23-14. Addie Guido drops back, 2 points shy of a second set win for Georgetown. The jump serve from Guido. Across the way, Reynolds. Up to Stetson, near side Turner. The tip over, read by Albright. Allie sets it far side. Mallory Miller's attack into the block and down for the kill. Mallory Miller, her first kill of the set and the match. And it'll be set point for Georgetown here, 24-14 in set number 2. Guido moves to the near side of the back line for the serve. The jump serve from Guido sends it across. Reynolds. Grubbs runs down the second touch, near side to Turner. Cross-court shot off the block and finds the floor. Nice swing there by Turner on that cut shot. Give her the kill and a side out. Back to the Raiders. 15-24. They trail by 9 as Castaneda checks back in to serve for the Lady Raiders. Danica Castaneda, number 2. Moves to the near side of the back row. And her serve right into the net. So the service error in set number 2, 25-15. Georgetown wins it. Takes a 2-set lead now, 25-8, 25-15 over Cedar Ridge. We'll take a timeout. We come back at set number 3. Georgetown has a 2-set lead over Cedar Ridge. Lady Eagle Volleyball brought to you by the Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club live here on the SHN Sports Network. we go to set number 3. Georgetown leads it 2-0 over Cedar Ridge. Starting lineup for the Lady Eagles, the same as Giuseppe will come off on the back row for the libero, Reagan Ramirez. Layla Turner will start serving for Cedar Ridge here in set number 3. And her flat-footed serve across the way. Molly Ramirez has the second touch. Guido with the back row attack, a big swing. And it'll be a kill for Addie Guido. Nice scramble there, but unable to get the third touch across. Georgetown takes a 1-0 lead. Guido now with 13 kills on the night. Molly O'Shaughnessy will serve near side, sends it across. Reynolds up to Scott, back to Reynolds. Her swing and a big kill there for Faith Reynolds. Impressive young lady there for Cedar Ridge. Sends it down for the side out, back over to Cedar Ridge. 1-1 to score here in set number 3. Back to serve goes Kendall Lewis, number 5. Lewis from the far side tosses it up. Serve across the way. Molly up to Allie. Back set to Bernard. Her attack blocked at the net. Scramble for it. And a good block at the net there by Dalen Landry. Point to Cedar Ridge. They lead it 2-1. Better reset the timeouts there. Apologize. Serve from Lewis across. Molly up to Allie. Sets it up. Albright tips it across, but it's wide here on the near side. No touch called, and a 3-1 lead for Cedar Ridge here in set number 3. A nice read by Albright, but sent it just too hard here on the near side. Wide and out, and a 3-1 lead as Kendall Lewis to serve again. Little jump here on that one. Reagan Ramirez up to Allie. Near side to Addie. The big swing off the block. Out of play off of Faith Reynolds. And a side out back to Georgetown. Guido's second kill of the set, 14th of the match. Mackenzie Bernard will drop back to serve as Giuseppe rotates back in on the front row. Libero Reagan Ramirez will come out. While Bernard serves from the far side of the back line. The jump serve across the way. Reynolds up to Scott. Back set to Reynolds. Her attack blocked at the net. And a big block there by Sophia Giuseppe. Point to Georgetown. Ties it up 3-3 here in set number 3. Georgetown 25-8, 25-15, sets 1 and 2. Lead it 2-0 here in set 3. Trying to get a sweep and get out of here on Tuesday night. Bernard serve across. Turner up to Scott. She'll set it up. Landry's attack blocked at the net. Reynolds first touch. Scott sends it over. Back to Landry. Her attack dug by Bernard. But her dig is wide across the way. So give the kill there to Landry. And a side out back to Cedar Ridge. 4-3, they lead by 1. Skylar Scott back to serve for Cedar Ridge. Serves it across. Guido up to Allie. Back to Guido. The tip over. Read by Landry. She keeps it alive. Grubbs far side. Faith Reynolds swing. Dug by Ramirez. Allie will give it back to Guido. Her big swing, and it's wide on the far side. So it'll be a point to Cedar Ridge. Take that off. 5-3 Cedar Ridge. I went the wrong way. 5-3 Cedar Ridge leads it here in set 3. Scott serve across the way. Allie sets it up. Albright's hit. An unforced error there. Point to Cedar Ridge, 6-3. That's Coach Richardson. Goes to the bench here, number 5. The 5'9", outside right side senior, Sadie McCauley, checks in for number 3, Amelia Albright. Sadie McCauley's first time on the floor tonight for Georgetown here in this third set. The serve from Scott, a rocket. Molly to Ramirez to Guido. A little roll shot sent over. Grubbs with the dig. Scott will pass it up. Reynolds has to tip it over. Guido has it. Allie will set it up. They swing by Giuseppe, blocked at the net. Allie sends a second ball over. Scramble here at Cedar Ridge will set it up. Valadez swings and blocked at the net. Grubbs digs it. And Turner will send a free ball over. Ramirez. Allie O'Shaughnessy near side to Guido. The big swing, and Guido with another kill. That'll be Guido's third kill of the set. And the substitution returns as Albright checks back in for McCauley. And Amelia Albright will drop back to serve. Georgetown trails by 2, 4-6. Albright from the far side. The jump serve from Amelia. Grubbs up tight. Scott sets it. The attack blocked at the net. And a big block there. Give that one to Allison O'Shaughnessy. As Dalen Landry took the swing but blocked at the net. Point to Georgetown, 5-6. Georgetown trails by 1. Albright continues her serve here for Georgetown. Sends it deep off of Turner. Run down by Scott. Faith Reynolds after the cross-court shot and does on a free ball. Albright will quick set it. Joseph, the kill. Sophia Joseph ties it up with her first kill of the set, 5th of the night. And Albright serves with a 6-6 score here. Rocket folds the tape over. Landry has it. Scott will set it up to Reynolds. Her attack and a kill. Faith Reynolds. Nice swing there by number 7, Faith Reynolds. Point to Cedar Ridge on the side out. They lead it by 1, 7-6. Reynolds will drop back to serve from the far side for the Raiders. Leading by 1. Her jump serve across the way deep. It's an error. First service error of the set for Cedar Ridge, 3rd of the night. And it ties it back up at 7 apiece. Addie Guido will move over to serve for Georgetown. All square here in set number 3, 7-7. Serve from Guido. Off of Reynolds, it'll be an ace for Addie Guido. Is that one? Sails nice and deep at a different pace. Nice different serve there for Addie. And the first ace of the set for Georgetown, 6th of the night. And an 8-7 lead here for Georgetown in set number 3. Guido to serve again. Sends it deep corner. Reynolds up to Scott. Back set. Valadez. Her attack and a kill in between Guido and Albright. Nice swing there by number 9, Kaylee Valadez. Castaneda comes back in to serve here for Cedar Ridge. Castaneda's jump serve. Ramirez up to Albright. Back set. Joseph. Her attack off the block. Dug by Castaneda. Scott will set it far side. Turner into the block and down for the kill. 9-8. Cedar Ridge by 1 off the kill by Layla Turner. Castaneda to serve again for the Raiders. Another ace here for the Lady Raiders as it goes awry off a serve received from Georgetown. First ace of the set for the Raiders, 4th of the night. Castaneda from the far side of the back line again, ready to go. Sends it near side. Molly to Albright, set far side. Joseph, her attack. Castaneda gets a punch on it. But it's a kill for Sophia Joseph. 2nd of the set, 6th of the match. And a point to Georgetown on the side out, 9-10. Georgetown trails by 1. Mackenzie Bernard rotates back on the front row as Joseph comes off the floor and Reagan Ramirez drops back to serve. For your Lady Eagles, trailing by 1, 9-10. Faith Reynolds up to Scott. Back set. Valadez. Her attack is wide on the far side. Well, the unforced error there by the lefty ties it up at 10 apiece. Both line judges down the far line and across the back line on the Georgetown side. Both call it out. So point to Georgetown. Ramirez serves at 10-10. Reynolds up to Scott. Far side. Turner tips it into the block. And there's the block. Allison O'Shaughnessy, a big block there. Point to Georgetown, 11-10. Georgetown takes the lead back by 1. Substitution here. As number 14, Isabel Cottrell checks in for number 4, Layla Turner for the Raiders. She'll receive the serve of Ramirez. Second touch, Grubbs back to Cottrell. And a hitting their error into the net. Point to Georgetown, 12-10. They lead by 2. Reagan Ramirez will continue to serve. Ramirez sends it, knuckleball, drops out. Reynolds to Scott, sets it up. Lynn Lewis dug by Ramirez. Back row attack for Guido, sends it deep. Reynolds has the dig. Scott to Valadez. Dug by Albright. Molly keeps it alive. The tip over by Allie O'Shaughnessy. And what a play there on the read by a great save by Molly O'Shaughnessy. Give Allie the first kill of the set for her, 4th of the match. And a 3-point lead for Georgetown, 13-10. Ramirez jump serve deep. Reynolds to Scott. Sets it up. Valadez. Guido has the dig up to Albright. Back set, Molly O'Shaughnessy. Or Allie O'Shaughnessy, dug by Grubb. Scott will set it to Reynolds. Back row attack is wide on the near side. Unforced error, point to Georgetown. 14-10, Georgetown leads by 4. That'll draw first time out here in set number 3 by head coach Eric Soto, and we'll take it with them. Set number 3, Georgetown leads at 14-10. Eagle volleyball continues in a moment. Back out of the first time out called by head coach Eric Soto of Cedar Ridge. Georgetown leads by 4 here in set number 3. Ramirez to serve again. Overpass by Cottrell. Ramirez to Albright. Dumped over by Bernard. Dug up by the Raiders. Back row attack. And an unforced error there by Faith Reynolds. And she tried to tip it on the back row attack. And into the net it goes. Point Georgetown, 15-10. And a substitution here. As number 14, Isabel Cottrell will come back out as Layla Turner checks back in for Cedar Ridge. 15-10, Georgetown by 5. Ramirez gets a sign from coach Jenny Richardson to the far side. Floats it nice and deep. Reynolds up to Scott. Back set. Valadez off the block. Dug by Ramirez. Set near side to Molly O'Shaughnessy. Her attack off the tip. Dug by Grubbs. Sent over by Turner. Played by Ramirez. Albright near side to Molly. Into the block, a kill for Molly O'Shaughnessy. Her first of the set, 6th of the night for Molly O'Shaughnessy. In a 6-point lead now for Georgetown as Reagan Ramirez will continue her serve. Reagan Ramirez stays on the far side of the back line. The jump serve from Reagan. Deep. Off of Reynolds, run down by Grubbs. Faith Reynolds sends a free ball over. Guido up to Albright. To Mackenzie Bernard, the attack off the block, dug by Grubbs. Scott sets far side. Turner, cross-court shot, dug by Ramirez. Albright, back row to Guido. Her attack, dug by Reynolds. Scott has the set, sets it up, tipped over by Lewis. And a second ball dumped by Allie O'Shaughnessy, and a great read there. Give Allie O'Shaughnessy her second kill of the set, 5th of the match. And the lead grows to 7 for Georgetown, 17-10. And a quick second timeout by head coach Eric Soto of Cedar Ridge, and we'll take it with them here in set number 3. Georgetown leads it 17-10. Eagle volleyball continues in a moment. Back out of the second timeout. Now a substitution for Georgetown. Checking into the ball game, number 4, a 5'10 senior outside right side, Jaden Meisner checks in for Mackenzie Bernard. Scott will set it up. The left-handed attack by Valadez, dug by Eddie Guido, saved by Ramirez, and a free ball sent over by Guido. But it went off of a banner across the net. So a side out back to Cedar Ridge, 11-17. They trail by 6. Will Wording comes in to serve here for Valadez. Skylar drops back near side of the back line. The jump serve. Across the way, Ramirez up to Albright. Near side, Molly, her attack, dug by Reynolds. Scramble for the second touch, free ball sent over. Ramirez receives it. Albright set it up. Alley tips it over. Scramble there, Lewis keeps it alive. Back row attack, but it's sent over and Ramirez is ready. Back row attack for Guido. Her swing, dug by Reynolds, overpass. Meisner keeps it alive. Albright will set it near side. Molly dunks it off the block and down. Another kill for Molly O'Shaughnessy. Her second of the set, seventh of the match. 18-11, Georgetown up by 7. Substitution here is number 7, Isabella Casanova, the 5'7" senior setter. Checks in for Allie O'Shaughnessy, and back to serve goes Izzy. From the far side of the back row, the jump serve from Casanova. Reynolds up to Wilwerding, sends it far side, tipped over. A weird play there. It looked like it could have been wasn't a double, but it came off weird. Off of number 13, Sienna Schilling. She'll get the kill on that side out. As Layla Turner drops back to serve, 12-18. Cedar Ridge trails by 6. Molly Guido has a second ball near side, and Albright will send it across. Cedar Ridge keeps it alive. The attack by Reynolds, but it is long and out. So one unforced error there. Side out back to Georgetown. 19-12. Georgetown by 7. As Molly O'Shaughnessy will drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Molly in the near side. The jump serve from Molly all the way across court. Reynolds up tight at the net. Skylar keeps it alive. The tip over by Schilling. And then Guido right there to dunk it back down. Give credit to Eddie Guido. Her fourth kill of the set, 16th of the night. A 20-12 lead for Georgetown here in set number 3. I think it helps being 6'5" when you dunk that one back down. Nice play there by Eddie Guido. Molly O'Shaughnessy floats it across. Reynolds up to Wilwerding. Back set. Lewis punches it over. Dug by Molly up to Isabella Casanova. Meisner will tip it over. And Meisner will get the kill as Lewis had the block touch. Couldn't get down to get the secondary touch. And give Meisner her first kill. And a 21-12 lead. Amelia Albright will check out. Sadie McCauley back on for Georgetown.
Sadie back in for Eagles.
Georgetown by 9 as Molly O'Shaughnessy continues to serve here for Georgetown. Molly's jump serve. Reynolds overpass on serve receive. Dunked down by Guido. Give her credit for the kill and the 5th one to set. 17th of the night. 22-12. Georgetown a double-digit lead now. Here in set 3. 3 points away from a 3-set sweep. Molly O'Shaughnessy from the near side. The jump serve. Knuckleball falls out of the air. Grubbs has it. Set far side Reynolds and a kill there. Nice set and a nice kill. Skylar Wilwerding. A beautiful set to Faith Reynolds. She hammers down another kill and a side out back to Cedar Ridge. 13-22 as Kendall Lewis will drop back to serve for the Raiders from the far side. The jump serve from Lewis. Guido up to Casanova. Back to Guido. And a kill for Addie Guido. 6 in the set, 18th on the night, 23-13. Georgetown by 10 after the side out. And back goes Jaden Meisner to serve for the Lady Eagles. Joseph back on the front row as libero Reagan Ramirez comes off the floor. Meisner far side of the back row. Reynolds up to Wilwerding, back to Reynolds. Cut shot. Dug by Casanova, set it up. Guido's attack off the block. Kept alive. Grubbs will send it near side. Dug by Casanova. And a free ball by Meisner sent over. Cedar Ridge will set it up. Set far side Reynolds, the tip over. And it'll find the 10-foot line for the kill. Nice read there by Faith Reynolds. Kill on the side out. Back to Cedar Ridge, 14-23. They trail by 9. Wilwerding comes out. And number 10, Skylar Scott, will drop back to serve for the Raiders from the near side. Scott's little jump serve across the way. The rocket off of Molly. Joseph keeps alive. Molly sends the free ball over. Scott will set it up to Faith Reynolds' far side. Her attack is long, and it is out. Point to Georgetown. There is no contact at the net by the block, so it'll be set and match point for Georgetown, 24-14. They lead by 10. Sadie McCauley and Amelia Albright will rotate or substitute. And Albright will drop back to serve here for the set and the match. 24-14, Albright. Number 3, the sophomore from the far side. The jump serve from Amelia, cut court. Scott Grubbs will have the second ball, sends it backwards to Valadez off the block, a kill for Kaylee Valadez. Side out back over to the Raiders. 15-24, they trail by 9 and got to go on a run here. The next side out will end the match. Faith Reynolds the serve for the Raiders. The jump serve from Reynolds. Ramirez, Albright, back set, Guido. Might as well finish it out. Addie, Guido. The hammer dropped, and that's the ball game. 25-15. Georgetown takes set number 3. They win it in 3 sets over Cedar Ridge. 25-8, 25-15, 25-15. Georgetown improves to 29-8 on the year. The Raiders fall to 20-16. And next action for Georgetown will be Friday night. They will be welcoming in the Pflugerville Panthers here at 6:30 at Georgetown High School here at home. We'll be on the opposite side of campus over at Birkelback Field to bring you Georgetown Eagle football on Friday night. Quick timeout. We come back. We'll have one of the players up here to interview. Georgetown Lady Eagle volleyball continues in just a moment. All right, we should be good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, now tonight we have Allison O'Shaughnessy. This is awesome. 5'11" senior setter, one of the O'Shaughnessy twins, both going to Hardin-Simmons, but a big night, 1,000 assists. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Something like that is huge, especially to us non-volleyballers. But to you, what does that mean in the career? You guys have been so It's consistent as a team. Addie with 1,000 kills last year. Casanova had 1,000 assists at one point, 1,000 digs and passes from Ramirez. What does that mean to get something, to achieve something that big for you guys?
Well, I feel like it's a team effort. Like all of us work together to get people to get milestones. And it just like you never know if you're ever going to get this far. So to get to the milestones makes you really proud and happy.
What went through your head? Did you know it was coming? We were close, or how did that go? And what went through your head as soon as it happened?
Yeah, well, I knew it was coming. I was at 998 going into the game. But I thought I had already gotten it. And then we cheered. And then the next point we cheered again. So it was just twice. But, yeah, I knew it was coming. But it was fun to celebrate.
On a momentous occasion like that, to reach a milestone like 1,000 assists, is it in the back of your head as it's coming through the year? Is it something you put pressure on yourself and now it can just be gone? I reached it. That's awesome. I want to just win. What goes now? How does that go for you now?
Yeah, well, obviously we're going to keep working and I'm going to try to get more. But just like going through freshman year, I'd always wanted to get 1,000 assists because you see everybody like before, all like great setters do it. So I wanted to do it to make myself and my team proud.
How big is it that it happened in your senior year and a run that this team is on? You guys now sit at 29-8 overall in your senior season. How big is it to happen now in that senior season? And then you get to share it with someone different. You have your twin sister on this team. You guys have played together. You guys are going to college together. How big is that to share the floor with your sister and something like that as well?
It's really fun. I wouldn't want to do it with any other team. These are just like the best group of girls, and I love them all very much.
A rough night on Friday, a loss to Weiss. How does this team rebound from that when we go back to district play Friday? Pflugerville comes in. We know we get another shot at Weiss on October 22nd. How do you guys right from that, get ready from that, and get better and be ready for them on the 22nd?
Yeah, well, we've been talking about we can't change the past, but we can change the future. And so we're just like coming to practice every day, performing, doing our best, pushing each other so that we can come back and be better for Weiss next time.
I think that showed up tonight, a 3-set sweep of a 6A school like Cedar Ridge. You guys came out on fire, did a good job of not getting complacent in that. There in the third set, it felt like it was back and forth to start things out, and then you guys kind of locked it back down. How big is that to come in and get a quick win after a tough loss on the road, to get a quick win like that over Cedar Ridge and be ready to get back into that flow of district?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. Proves to ourselves that we can do it. We just need to all have the right mindset and come together, like work together as a team, and we can do anything.
Any shout-outs before I let you go?
Shout out to Addie Guido and all my teammates. I love them all, and our coaches. They are all very great, and we love them.
Allison O'Shaughnessy, congrats to you. Super proud of you.
Thank you.
She breaks the 1,000 assist mark in her career. Quick timeout. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment.
Yay.
Your Lady Eagles are victorious tonight over the Cedar Ridge Raiders. 25-8, 25-15, 25-15. They take a 3-set sweep to advance to 29-8 on the year. They stay at 4-1 in district play, but then they get kind of right the wrong, right the ship after a tough loss on Friday night at Weiss, and they get ready for Pflugerville on Friday night. The next time you'll hear First Responder Broadcasting here on the SHN Sports Network will be tomorrow night, Camp Brightside. Come out and join us. What a cool place there at Camp Brightside, as we will have the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live with Coach Chuck Griffin and Eagle players. A tough week, a learning lesson, a first loss of the year to Lead Ender earlier on last Friday. And so it'll be an interesting conversation to talk about that loss and how this team is locking back in and getting ready for their second district game on Friday night here at home against the Chaparral Bobcats. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Lady Eagles victorious over the Cedar Ridge Raiders. 3-0 to improve to 29-8 on the year. Remember, you can always be kind to anybody, but can you live like Knox? The Live Like Knox Foundation tells you all about the life of a young man who did more to live kindness in his short life that was tragically taken from us 5 months ago than we could ever imagine in our lifetimes. Knox Didalowicz, we honor him this season as we want to live like Knox and live kindness. It doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. challenge yourself to be kind to somebody each and every day in any kind of way. Live like Knox did. We'll all have a better place. Thanks for joining us tonight. Lady Eagle Volleyball, thanks you for joining us here at Georgetown High School. We'll be back next week on Tuesday night to bring you Georgetown against the Conley Cougars. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow from Camp Brightside. Lady Eagle Volleyball victorious here on the SHN Sports Network.